Hello, everyone. Welcome to AFOL Hour. As you can tell, I am here with Mark, Mr. Bookie Boo,
Hey, everybody.
and we're just here to have a convo and just talk the brick. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me. I'm excited
Oh,
to do this. It's been a hot minute since I've done a lot of like online live, especially live. So this is great.
it's very good. Yeah, thank you for joining. By the way, it's
Oh,
great to have you
yeah, my
here.
pleasure. Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, I'm always happy to sit and talk Lego. I mean, gosh, it's like what we do, right? It's like our
I know.
thing.
Who wouldn't want to just talk Lego? It's.
Exactly.
I
Yeah, the
mean,
people that aren't into Lego, I'm like, why are you not? Like, I'm always like corrupting friends of mine. I'm like, well, go buy a set. Like, just what are you thinking? Go
I
get a
know I'm
kit.
the
They're like, oh,
worst. I'm the worst person to take to the Lego store or like any, I guess, store that has Lego. Because
mhm.
I'll be they'll be like, "Oh, I like this set." I said, "Buy it. Just buy it, build it. Enjoy." At
Yeah,
least you guys would
exactly.
build it because if not, most of the time I find sales and it just goes ends up going into a backlog because of
I
life.
understand. I understand that absolutely. Yeah. No, yeah. I think honestly, I think almost every AFOL I know is secretly an enabler because they're always encouraging, like, oh yeah, just buy it, just get it, it's fine, you know.
Just do it.
Um,
Just do it now, right?
yeah. So what are you working on tonight?
Well, I'm working on set 60454, which is holiday camper van. I'm trying to go through a lot of the smaller sets that I have. Obviously, behind me it's not quite as big as yours, but I have some resemblance of a city.
Yeah, you do. It's looking good.
Yeah, it's getting there. I'm gonna put more work this with the holiday break,
Mhm.
so I don't know. I had plans, but I don't know if I have to push them to break everything down and then restructure kind of the table or the area to make it more uh dimensional.
Right. Yeah,
So,
we were actually like, yeah, we were messaging about that. I like what you're doing there. I like the idea of um it's a good concept. What you have going, what you're thinking of doing is good. Like the multi-level and adding, you pick up a lot of real estate that way.
well, yeah, because the higher you go, the less you're gonna have to bump it out, you know. So
Exactly.
it's
Yeah. I
just
learned, yeah, no,
uh,
go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. It's just I don't know, like with the details, how that's gonna look in my head, you know.
hmm Yeah, I learned that early on with my city building. I think I started pretty much how everyone starts building a city. I started like on a table flat. Actually, I started on a shelf. That was actually my first. It was before it was even really a city. It was just in my son's room. It was on a like a bookshelf that he had,
Hmm.
and I just started building the modulars. Just I was like, oh, these are kind of cool. And just build, 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 and then I had a row of them, and eventually I thought, oh man, it'd be kind of neat to like have a street in front of them, right? And then I'm
Yep.
like, oh, it'd be cool to have a city. And I went and bought a table and from IKEA, like a lot of us do, and commandeered some space in the kids toy room and started yeah, just kind of started from there, and then it just grew rapidly and
Yep.
crazily.
It does.
Yeah.
It could take hold of you and it can grow because I kind of spiraled down that way, like trying to grow it too quickly. So you
Oh
get,
yeah.
buying a lot of like I still have packs of road plates. I still have packs of train track because I thought I was gonna have a train in the city,
hmm
but then I'm like, I don't know if I could fit it or it would take up too much real estate for different modulars or different kind of
That's
setups I was thinking about.
that's fair. So for that, what I did again, that's where the like levels come into play really well. Because yeah, the trains take up a huge amount of real estate.
Hmm.
It's massive. And the biggest problem with the trains is the return loops. So if because you want it to go around in a circle, because otherwise
Because
it's
yeah, the bend takes up like what, two and a
it,
half base plates.
yeah, it's like two and a half, and then plus if you count like two and a half deep or three deep by two and a half wide, yeah, it's almost nine base plates when you add it all. Well, no, it's like almost four, whatever that is, five or six base plates when you add it all up. But it takes up a huge amount of space. And once I figured out by just building like the table, the top level over the curve,
Mhm.
that's when it got to be really, like all just clicked for me because I was like, oh, all of a sudden I gained like so much more space for modulars and so much more space for everything. And it's just the return loops are kind of boring anyway. So, I didn't feel like I needed it. And
Right.
that was when my layout was just like literally it was just a rectangle. It was just basically three base plates deep. And because that was all the space that I had at the time. And it worked really, really well. So there's ways to do it. If you really want the trains, we can make it fit. I can make it fit in your space. I can make trains fit in anyone's space.
Oh, yeah, let me get the new layout first, and then I'll,
Yeah.
or maybe I
We'll
could
figure
put
out.
plan it with the new layout. Because right now it's odd because obviously the IKEA tables is what I used because when I said, "Oh, city," the first thing I went and bought a whole bunch of tables, and now I have like there's tables on the other side of the basement that I don't have room in here for because
Got
originally
it.
I
Yeah.
didn't have as many shelves, but then I realized shelf space is more prime than like city space. So
That's true.
as far as your sets, if you want to display sets and
If you
stuff,
wanted
so
to display, yeah, and that's actually yeah, absolutely, and that's something I've been struggling with. So I'm in my new room now, which I'm really happy with and super excited to have because it's a lot bigger than my old space. But what I did not account for in my old room was exactly that, was display space. I was so focused on the city side of it,
mhm.
and so everything was about the city. I didn't have any display space. I had like hardly any. And especially with a lot of the bigger sets, like they don't even fit well in because I think a lot of us use IKEA furniture. So I use IKEA Billy and Besta bookcases, but the Billies are so narrow, like they're only like a base plate deep. So some of the bigger like the roller coaster, I'm looking at 'em, like the roller coaster, like the Millennium Falcon, some of they just won't fit on a Billy. They're too
Is that the drop one, the roller coaster?
um
Was it the older?
no, I have the old one. I did not get the loop one. I got the original,
I
the
like
white
that
and red
one.
one.
I like that one
I
better.
do too. It's a really cool set.
Excuse me.
It was for its time, it was pretty neat. The problem though, like I say, is it doesn't fit. For years, I was trying to incorporate it into my city and trying to have it like, but the real estate was just massive, and I ended up just it's up high on my bookcase now because it takes up too much space. But and it's yellowing, which is another problem. Have you noticed that like with the white bricks?
Yeah,
Like yeah.
I have. And I got the tint for the one window in the basement
Hmm.
to kind of protect it. Plus, the shade is like a UV.
Hmm.
I was actually thinking of just blacking out the whole window in general, but I kind of like a little bit of that daylight peeking out when I'm building at certain hours. So,
I do too. I like the natural light, but I think that it's almost like I think that it's not. I don't think it's the the UV light almost because I've had in my old room I didn't have any light, and actually in this room there's no I have a window, but it's behind me and it's a north facing window, so there's no like the light can't really. I mean, I guess there's some light will leak in, but you know what I mean? But it's weird though, because it's not the side you would think the side facing like the window would fade. It's the other side that's fading. And it's the side that's never been exposed to like a window. It's
yeah,
really
but
weird.
was that exposed at the old in the old room
No,
or the old setup?
never.
Huh.
No, never, never. And the old setup I had like plantation shutters that were always closed. And so it was never there was
Um,
nothing like getting and that was actually north facing as well. So there was never any direct sunlight coming into the room. And it's interesting too though, because I've noticed I've actually had even like boxes. I'll open, I have like tons of white brick just sitting in a box, and I'll open it, and it's like fading. It's almost like it's leaching from the oxygen or the air content,
yep.
which sounds weird, but it's almost like leaching from like the
Science.
yeah, it's something weird like that. But it's only the white that I notice it with. I mean, I'll get occasional discolorations with other like tan, they have a different mix. I swear sometimes the tan bricks will or sand yellow will get like you'll get like a different batch and it'll be,
A little bit
not.
off. Yep.
Yeah. Which used to drive me crazy, but now that I'm doing a lot of Harry Potter castle stuff, it's actually great because it gives more variety to the brick. So it doesn't look like a, boring um big gray wall syndrome, they call it. Like when you're a castle building, it's all,
Or
so it gives you kind of
building
a
Star
natural
Wars
texture.
ships. Yeah.
Yeah, our Star Wars ships, it's just all gray. Yeah. That was what I used to yeah, that was gray is like my favorite color. So that was what I always like everything's was gray or shades of gray. And I always used to joke that was like, that was like my thing. And now I've kind of started branching out, so it's fun. So now I'm in a tan. So I'm getting there, right?
Yeah, it's always interesting, right?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
the gray
Uh-huh.
is a big purpose, especially in like a city build, right? You got the roads, light gray, dark
Yep.
gray. I don't even know. Is it dark bluish gray? Is the new gray?
That's the yeah, that's the official. Yeah, I think that's what I call it. Dark bluish gray and light bluish gray are that's what I call them. Those colors. Yeah, the
I'm assuming
grays.
you've
Yeah,
had orders come in from Bricklink that you thought you got the dark bluish gray, but they are the dark gray and they're a little off.
I have, and yeah, and those used to drive me crazy now. And then actually, I treasure those for again for like rock building, for building my
Hmm.
mountains or castle. It's because it's just the off color. I'm like, oh, this is great. Like it's like perfect. Interesting enough, the one that frustrates me the most is the green. So because like um there's like this green, like on a base, like this is,
Yep.
and this is not. I have one. I have one here somewhere. So they're the base. Oh yeah, I do. It's right next to here. So when Lego sells green base plates now,
It's
this
those.
is
It's
what
like
you
that.
get.
It's
It's
like
like
that.
the nuclear green. Yeah,
Yep.
like, and all my base plates, because I've been collecting like forever now, are the
Dark,
old
darker.
green, dark
Yep.
green. Yeah, right. And so you have to be careful with Bricklink because you don't, because like I bought green, and I actually specified this color, and the guy sent me them. They were new in the package, so he didn't even open them. He sent me, and I opened them and I got them, and they were these. And right away, as soon as I got the box, I knew it because I saw the packaging. I'm like, these are the new green. And I was like, so, and he was really great, and we worked it out. But he was like, no, it's green. That's the green. I'm like, no, dude, it's not. And he's like, well, show me. And so I showed him and he's like, oh, he's like, that's like messed up. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why do they do that? And I'm like, I don't know what Lego's up to, but like green is not green. It's like new. It's like
Do you
limeish green or like bright
do you
green.
think that they're doing that with the base plates because obviously they think it's just going underneath? It's not really going to show for the most
I
part.
don't. I don't know that because to me, like they have the formulation with the color, right? They've had it for like 60 years now. That old green has been the same for literally like almost 60 years. So what like why would you I don't know. Why would you change it other than just to change it to maybe, and then you could put your tinfoil hat on and think, oh, they want to get everybody to buy all new green base plates, like with the road plates, right? Where they switched from the old style to the new style. So everyone
Yep.
would convert to the new ones. But then it's like, why would they do that?
You ha
That's kind of silly.
I'm trying to think. You have the new road plates, right?
So yeah, I do.
Did you have the because you've been collecting and building for so long,
Oh,
did you
I
have
have
the old? Yeah.
I can, oh gosh, I don't know if I can get to them quick and show you. I have base plates from my childhood. So I have the old, like light gray, not even light bluish gray plates with the green striping. I
Oh,
have a
wow.
bunch of those. I have the old space like landing pads with the yellow ring on them, and then the moon plates with they had like the molded moon rock on it. Um, so I have some, yeah, I have some plates that are like, not to date myself, but they're like, yeah, pretty darn old. Yeah.
I'm assuming
Like
you have the old castle kind of molded
I
build.
have so I have in theory the yellow castle, but it's in my parts bins because as a kid you don't think about that. And I luckily my parents saved all my Lego from my childhood, and so when I was got back into it, they're like, oh yeah, here it is, and I'm like, oh sweet. And so I've been able to find bits and pieces of it, and so I don't unfortunately don't have any of the minifigures, but I've been slowly like repurchasing them from the secondary market over the years just to make me happy with that because I love Castle. Castle is like one of my favorite themes. But yeah, I have like the Yellow Castle. I have the original Galaxy Explorer in theory in pieces. Um, I have like quite a few of those older sets that are. In fact, this is funny. So I was in my room and I I just walked in and I right on the floor is this shutter piece. Okay. So I looked, I'm like, "Well, where the heck did that come from?" I had no idea. This piece is actually, from, like, 1984. It's that old. I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
and I know exactly the set. It was like the truck stop, it was like a truck stop set, I think is what I had that this came from. I don't know why it ended up on the floor in my room. It came from a parts bin, but I was like, "Dang, that's cool." But yeah, so I have some pretty old parts in my collection that I'm, like, excited about.
That's cool. I really didn't have much of the sets growing up.
Okay.
I had Lego, but it was
Uh-huh.
mostly like all like the little parts packs. I think maybe there was one set because distinctly remember it was like a house, but it was like basic. It was like the basic
Mhm.
house, couple of
Okay.
minifigs,
Okay.
and
So
then
what got Yeah, so what got you into it as an adult? Like what?
uh, it was definitely relaxing, and therapeutic for me.
Mhm.
Um, for things that I went through. Uh,
Mhm.
but it was also cool with the IPs because I knew about the Star Wars IPs back when the prequels came back in like, 1999.
Yeah.
Uh, but I never bought those sets because I was like at a certain age where I was already like getting ready to go into high school and,
Okay. Yeah.
just
I got you.
I was into sports. There was a lot of other things that I was going to put money and time into.
Mhm.
So I really necessarily didn't have a dark age if in a way because a dark age means you're collecting, you're building, you're enjoying, and
Mhm.
then you get back into it, right?
Sure.
So,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had a dark age where I didn't even think about Lego for, yeah, probably a long time. And then it was actually when my oldest was right before he was born, I was all excited, new dad. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go, go in the toy aisle, look at all the cool stuff." And then I like me to turn down that Lego aisle and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And I was like, "I remember this stuff." And that day I bought a little fire engine, like city fire engine set. It was a 4-digit set number. So this was, well, it was like 20 years ago because he's, yeah. So, but I went and got it, brought it home, built it. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so much cool." Went back the next day, bought another set. And then that was the end for me. That was it.
yeah, I mean, I think the Star Wars IP
Mhm.
kind of drew me in because the first two sets I had was the Millennium Falcon and then the AT-AT, the
Okay.
the playset one, the most recent, I think the one that was from 2019, 2020, or 2021.
Okay. Which Millennium Falcon? The UCS one did you get or?
No, not the UCS. There was another playset, and I think it was from the newer, um, newer Star
Oh,
Wars movie. You know
I
which
know
one?
which
I can't remember what the set number was, but
the
it's up
one with
there.
Ray, and it had like Ray and Han and Chewie and BB-8 and all that. That one maybe?
Uh, yeah, it definitely didn't come with Han. No, it didn't come with Han on this one,
Oh, okay.
but
Oh, interesting.
yeah,
That's cool though.
I don't
Yeah.
because I think I was so disappointed it didn't come with Han that I saw the microfighter that came with Han
Oh,
Solo,
nice. Yeah.
and I just bought like two of them, one for myself
Mhm.
and one to take the minifig and put it in
Yeah,
there. This is before I
definitely.
kind of became like a little bit of a purist with keeping my sets as they were meant to
As
be.
Okay. So that was actually gonna be my next question. So are you pretty much, I know you have a city, and so you started branching out into mock building and stuff a little
Yeah.
bit, like, or at least
hmm
landscaping the city, but so most of your set, when you build a set, you build it and display it?
Yes. I did make a little mock up of a Lego store because I wanted a Lego store in the city, especially when you get the truck,
Yep.
the delivery truck.
Which
I'm not opposed to. I like the van coming out. Yeah.
I was gonna say, how do you like that van? That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're excited for
the van's
that.
gonna be. I need a bigger city because the truck only goes down like two roads and then it's already completed its run.
Oh, the big truck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
new one. That giant. Gosh, you know what? That is an awesome set for. I actually, because those panels are printed,
yeah,
and so I've actually taken those, and I never built the truck. I just used those as billboards in the city because they're
yeah. I
so
was
cool.
thinking the same thing, but I didn't
Yeah.
buy extra.
Oh,
I
yeah.
should have when it went on sale. When I
Yeah.
decided
You might be able to find, I don't know, on Bricklink, those panels might not be too expensive right now, but in years to come, they will be. But you might be able to score
I
some
might have to
fairly,
do the van instead because I believe it'd probably be the
yeah.
same for the van.
True, true. That's true. That's true.
So
Yeah. That's
I
cool
liked your
though.
idea because I'm right now I'm currently searching for a Palace Cinema because
Mm.
I did get like the movie posters. Obviously they're on Lego pieces, but they're printed from one of those custom shops, and I think it
Mhm.
was Eclipse. I think I got it from,
Oh, yeah. Eclipse is great.
which
Yeah, they do
is
good stuff.
which is cool because I would have obviously those, but I because of still a little bit of keeping the set as the set it is, I'd
Mhm.
probably make like an A-frame display
Okay.
that can you could change it out. So
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to build up the courage to do that for like the city, I guess. So
Hey, it's like I tell everybody, because everyone I I get asked, like, a lot from people. They say, like, "Oh, well, how do you, like, create that stuff, or how do you change that, or why, aren't you afraid, blah, blah, blah?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's Lego. Like, if you don't like it, you just undo it and, like, try it again, or if you really hate it, you just put it back the way it was." That's one of the beauties of this hobby. I think that's why I've stuck with it so long, because 'cause I've dabbled in all kinds of nerdy hobbies over the years, and like, none of them have, because they're all so permanent, once you've, like, assembled a model or done something, or it's like, "Okay, that's great, now I'm gonna move on to the next thing." But with this, it's always, you can always change it, so it's never stale. I mean, even sets, I'll modify. Some sets I'll leave as is, but, like, other sets, I'll just tear them apart as soon I build it, and then I'll just tear it apart and do something else with it, or, just modify it a little bit and make it a little more my own, you know?
I guess it depends on the set too for me. So like I
True.
have no problem with grabbing something like from the city line
Mhm.
that isn't modular and then mocking it to be a modular,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like I did with the Lego store.
Mhm.
Um, it'll take me some. It may be certain sets. Like I was thinking, if I ever got the Grand Emporium, because
Mhm.
it's so empty on the inside,
Yeah.
I would probably just make it my own, like a shopping mall, like in there.
Okay.
Put
Yeah.
put
That's
my
cool.
put my touch to it. So
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, and that set is perfect, especially, actually, a lot of those early modulars are, are perfect for that type of application. How many modulars do you have in your city, and which ones do you have?
so I have
And what are you missing?
I have the Jazz Club. I
Okay.
have Assembly Square.
Mhm.
I have the boutique boutique hotel,
Mhm.
the Tudor Tudor Corner. Um,
Mm. Mhm.
the police station was my very first modular, which
Okay.
I love that one. Obviously, probably
Yeah.
because the very first modular you build, you tend to get like a report. A lot of people that I know said the detective's office was one for them too,
Yeah.
but
That's a good one, yeah.
uh, and I let's see, I have the museum. I have technically they're not in the modular line, but like Daily Bugle,
Mhm.
Avengers Tower.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah. So you've got most of the you got a good
I
that's
still
a
got
good
the
setup.
I still got the bookstore um, to build. I got the Ghostbusters Firehouse recently,
Oh, nice.
which that has been obviously, we were talking about it. I'm huge on pop culture movies, so
Yeah.
anything I can get, I'll do.
Was that one, or now, are you planning to go back and get all of the old modulars
No,
eventually?
I made the determination no.
Okay.
If it comes at if I can get a deal on it and it's within like my grasp to get an or wheelhouse of pricing, and if I really
Sure.
want it, I don't need it
Uh-huh.
because I'll just continue from when I started. So basically, I grabbed almost every modular. The only couple of ones that I really do want, Palace Cinema.
Mhm.
I think I like the Corner Garage because
That's a good one.
and then the Brick Bank.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
that's going to be the most expensive one to try to get, I think. But
Mhm.
so
The brick bank,
yeah,
without going too old school with it, yeah. I
I
think
mean,
I gotta think at some point they're gonna I don't know, well, I guess not. I always thought at some point they would maybe start to kinda reissue some of the really old ones, like, do it or they, like, refresh it, like,
like yeah,
they
hmm,
yeah, they did a couple, like, Christmas Village sets. They did a like that where they just changed a few colors on it, but it's basically the same set, and
right,
so that way the purists, you have your original, cafe corner, green grocer, but, like, the newcomers can get, because it would be nice to have, like, a fire station, right? Like, I mean, I know a lot of people want, like, and the fire station is so
like a modern fire station, maybe
yeah, or even like
maybe
that.
city, like a city hall instead of a town
Mhm.
hall.
Right. Yeah, because there's a lot you could, yeah, exactly. And you could even make it multi-purpose for people that already have town hall and make it so if it's, not it was so that you could make it a courthouse or you could make it something like another city type built like a municipal building.
Yep.
But like I really wish that they would think outside the box like that with stuff. But I
What
don't
do
know.
you think of the
Apparently
new modular? Speaking
they
about outside the box.
so okay, so yeah, that's a good one. So, honestly, so I like it. Okay, I do, and I'm gonna buy. It's an auto buy. Like I
Oh,
have all the
modular, yeah.
modulars. It's
Yep.
like an auto buy. But I will say, so when I saw it, the first like picture, I was like, wait a minute, it looks just like the hotel, the boutique hotel. It's just a little different color. I'm like, because I was like, wait, it's because there's a lot of design cues from that set that I feel they took and put into that, but
Right.
I really like it. I like the different it's not just a flat face, building. I like that. I like the angles on it. So I think it's cool, and I applaud them for trying new things, but, um, yeah, I don't know. What about you? What do you think about it?
So my only real complaint with it is you have Assembly Square,
Mhm.
okay, that already has a water fountain in
Yep.
the front.
Mhm.
Granted, this one is Assembly Square is more grand compared to this one's like smaller.
True.
You got that same concept of like kind of like going into an alleyway or going into a throughway to the
Mhm.
conjoining buildings. But
Mhm.
my biggest thing is there's a music store.
Right, and we already have a music store in
R-
the Assembly
right. So
Square.
you're trying to add. I just want to
Mhm.
try to add stuff to the city that we don't have,
Mhm.
like anything. Like, well, I'm not sure because I don't have all the modulars. Was there like a hairdresser or a barber in any of them?
Barber, yeah, we had a barber with the, detective's office.
Okay, good.
So, yeah.
All right.
But, yeah, no, I agree with you, or if anything else, if you're just, like if they can't come up with anything, how about some, like, housing for my minifigures? Because I have,
The
like
condos.
yeah, my city has the most expensive real estate on the planet because there's, like, 4 places for them to live. Right? It's, like, wild. I mean, I build my own apartments and condos as facades in the back because I was like it was driving me nuts. I'm like, "Dude, can we get some housing?" Like, come on.
Uh, yeah.
Like
Well,
this
I think, what was it? Definitely the bookstore had like a townhouse on the side of it,
it
right?
did, yeah,
So
and
you would
then
have to get
yep,
multiple.
and I wish I'm kicking myself that I did not because I saw people and then they made them like different colors, and it was really
Yep.
cute, and I'm like, "Oh, that was a good idea." But part of it is, someone said you need at least 6 music stores. That's funny.
Austin. Yep. Need at least
Yeah,
6 music stores, right? Different
yeah.
counties, I think he said.
Oh, yeah, and Cynthia, yeah, the brownstones, yeah, so I was gonna say was the pet shop had, brownstones as well. And so that one I actually bought 2 of because I was like, "Oh, it's brownstones." Like, how can you just have 1 brownstone? Like
Right.
brownstones, like, there's like rows of them.
Yep.
So there have been yes, to be fair, there have been some housing out there, but not
But not
enough
like a
though. We need more.
like a complex where it's like 3 floors of
Yeah.
like mini little apartment. Oh, like I would just divide it in half, right? Have the
Mhm.
stairwell go directly in the center, which is different than, it'd be a little bit of a feat for design to have a stairway in the middle, but you could do it because you'd have the
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
right side be
Yeah.
an apartment, left side be
I
an
like that.
apartment, and it just goes up.
That would be pretty neat. Yeah.
And then
That's a good idea.
I would get back to the storytelling that
Mhm.
there's little hints of between it, but they've kind of lost their way with the whole. storyteller because I think Corner Garage, right, with the vet, but that's in
Mhm.
Assembly Square, right? Everything's like linked. The brick bank with the police
Right.
station.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, I wonder what was the link from the boutique hotel to wait, okay, so wait,
to
which
all
one?
it was to all of them. There was a little poster. Remember, there's a little
Oh, that's right.
poster on the side
Yeah.
that has a little nod to the
Okay.
detect. I think it has a little tear out for the detective's office. So, like the
Okay, you're right.
contact. So,
Interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I wonder about that because you're right. Because it's like, yeah, yeah, they have gotten away from that. And this new building is, oh, so what else is in it? There's a music shop. There's, well, I don't even know what other shops are in
I
it.
didn't. I just knew the music store, and I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is. I guess there's going to be some competition in the city.
And it's tiny. Well, and the shops are so tiny. And the back is the, I think, because the piece count all went to the weird angles and stuff, I
Hmm.
think. And so the,
And the height, I think the height is. It's.
pretty good. Yeah.
I
I
think
think it
it's
is
pretty.
pretty tall.
I think it's going to
Yeah.
be a little bit. I like the variety, so I don't think that they need to make them always 3 levels.
That's
Like you,
true.
like I'd like to have like one to have it like 2 levels, even if
Hmm.
it's and then one to be 3 levels because you want height variance in your city.
Yeah,
Because if they're all pretty
definitely.
much the same,
Yeah, that's something. Have you noticed that? So when you've been building your city, that's I'm always aware of and I'm looking at it now as I'm talking, I'm looking
yeah,
at it because
you
I'm
have me
always
turning my
aware.
head too.
Yeah, because I'm always aware of like the coloring because I don't want two, brown buildings next to each other. I don't want two red buildings. So I have to like think and be like, okay. And then it's even more complicated when you add in the corners and you add in, all the different elements. And then it's like, well, I don't want the, police station next to the this and I don't want that. And so I spent a lot of time like arranging and rearranging the modulars to get them all. And then when the new one comes out, it's like it doesn't automatically go, next in line to whatever the
Right.
last one was. It's like I'll sometimes rearrange all of them to get it, to get it just right.
No, I like yeah, I agree. There's a lot of toying around
Mhm.
and fiddling with your city. It's so you've been in this long enough, more than
Yeah.
I have been. That you can actually attest to this. That if when you think it's done, it's not, and when you think
Oh,
it's coming close to being
yeah.
done, you're rearranging it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't think I will ever finish my city because by the time I get done with a certain section, I move on, and then eventually I come around and say, "Oh, I want to fix that," or "I don't like this," or
well,
"There's
they
some
come
new
out.
thing I want to,
They're gonna
new
come out
thing I
with
want
new
to
road
add to
plates.
it." Yeah,
They're gonna come out with new
yeah,
road plates, the dual ones with the
or
track,
the new road plates. Yeah.
dual road
Oh,
plates with train track and road plate built in.
that would be cool.
It'd be
Yeah,
expensive though. Would you?
that
So would you pay $50 for a dual road plate like that?
for one plate,
Yeah, because I'm assuming that that's what it would be.
$50 for. So it'd be like a embedded rails, or
I would think like an embed, but it'd probably be like molded out, like where it's
like.
kind of like the plate, where it'd be
Mhm,
half somewhat sorted. You kind of just put it can't come with
mhm.
one piece of track that
Okay.
fits in that mold, and then you put the tiles over it to kind of make it look like it's flush
Okay.
with the
I don't know
city.
that I would pay 50. Well, I'd have to look at the cost. I mean, from a ease perspective, okay, honestly, yeah, I probably would. But but I'd also because I've actually done because I've been like it's not hard to embed if you want to have
No,
embedded rail in a straightaway, it's not hard. On a curve, forget it. You have to go third party to do that. And there are um Trixbricks has like third party curves with the tile overlay that lays in
oh
there.
nice, yeah.
And so it's perfectly paved rails. It's really cool. And but it is pricey to get,
It
but it's a neat.
almost it almost seems like Lego is getting away from like the track and stuff, right? Because I don't see it as much.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, because I know besides going to the Lego store and hoping that they have road plates or track there,
Mhm. Mhm.
like Walmart, Target, all them, they got rid of it. Like they don't sell
They
it
really
anymore.
did. Yeah, you don't see that anymore. My Targets have base plates still you can find, but it's sporadic and it's kind of hit and miss if it's whether it's that new green or
Hmm.
they'll have white sometimes around Christmas time or tan once in a while. And blue comes up every now and then. But yeah, it does seem like well, and I heard the rumors because well, everyone thought when they came out with the new road plates that they were going to get rid of base plates, and that was the rumor for the longest time. It was the rumor for like years. They were saying, "Oh yeah, Lego's phasing out the base plate and this and that." But then the thing was, is like, well, what about the modulars? They can't get rid of base plates because you can't how would they do that? Like, how would they transition it? And then we've moved to like the new road plates, so we've found creative ways to do that. I know you said you've done the mills, right?
Yeah, working. You said you wanted to see it, right?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, totally.
So, oh, well,
Nice.
this is just for the mills for the. So I learned I'm just gonna
Hmm.
make a mills plate right before I build the modular instead of doing it the opposite way because
That's
it.
smart.
It was okay, but it was still a pain. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, so
That makes
this,
sense. Yeah.
so Mark, if you could see that, you do the road plate, right?
Hmm.
You put it in the center. Well,
Hmm.
this is a half. Same way if it was a full
Okay.
base plate,
Hmm.
and then I make it with. I don't know if you can see that. It's
I see. Yeah, I can see. It looks like there's a lot of snotting going on there on this. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and then you put the tile over there. So basically, it's the 1x4 plate, white
Okay.
plate that goes on
Nice.
top of three 1x4 bricks and
Okay.
1x2 brick.
Okay.
Yep, and
That's cool.
then these little pieces, obviously that's like a snot technique.
It looks good. I like the striping on it. That's really nice.
Well,
And then
because
you can also
it just makes it so then you just kind of click
Mhm,
that in
mhm.
on the plate.
And then you can also do custom like you can do parking spaces. You could do you do stripings like where the intersections are as well, like stop lines or things
I yes, I did. Just on on the four way, which is the
at the
only
four
thing
way.
that I
Yeah.
have because
Mhm.
I was kind of getting frustrated with trying to do a curve.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna
That's yes.
because I was gonna do a curve, but the curve took up a lot of it was gonna take up a lot of real estate, and it wasn't up to my standards because I wanted it to be more symmetrical. But it's hard. It's gonna have a little bit of a jaggedness to it. So
Mhm. I totally get that. Yeah. I was very frustrated with the lack because I like the old curved road plates. Those were really nice. And so I came up with a creative here. We can go. Let's see if I can do this.
we're going on a field trip,
Yeah,
everyone.
we can go on a field trip. Yeah. Let's see if I can do it within, let's see,
Hey, look
let's
at I
see,
could
how
see
do I do it in the control?
Apocalypseburg up on the top.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah,
That's a
that's a
good
good,
set.
I like yeah, that one I like. Oh, here we go. Here's the camera control.
There
Mock
we
for
go.
Brick World. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be showing next year at Brick World, just as a little preview. Um, and that's consuming most of my build table. But yeah, the the roads. So I've used this is a good example. This was my inelegant solution to the curve right here. It's just a wedge plate
Oh yeah.
basically, but it works. It's fairly. I mean, it's kind of a little too angular for my taste, but it was the best I could do. But I do like the new roads because they're smaller, so you can get more in the space that you have. You can fit a lot more because the old ones were obviously 32 by 32, and so you'd have these giant sidewalks, which didn't look right to me anyway, because you would have the modular sidewalk, and then you'd have the road plate had like sidewalk as well, and it looked funny to me. I don't know. It wasn't. I didn't really care for it. But this has kind of enabled me to do a lot more, spacing wise and stuff. And yeah, the vehicle wise, I don't really do like speed champions on these roads. I just do regular six wide, Lego cars. So it
Yep.
works pretty well.
I mean, some of the
But
speed champions do fit in the road,
they do, yes, yeah, some of them do, yeah. But yeah, no, it's been, and honestly, I haven't worked on this part of the city because I've been over in Harry Potter land for like the
which
last
is
couple
looking really
months.
good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. But yeah, there's your barber shop with the detective's office
Oh, look at that.
right
Yep.
in there. Yeah, that's really cool. And then yeah, corner garage is a good one. Palace Cinema, like with the marquee, it
Oh, I
just
like that. That
yeah,
looks awesome.
it's
Yeah,
like one of
see,
my
I
yeah,
love that.
it's one of my favorite modulars. And then yeah, and then I also incorporate like the the Marvel stuff. I haven't done any of the DC yet. I don't have Arkham Asylum. I do have the X-Men Mansion, but that one is weird because it's more residential, and I don't really have like a residential area, so I don't think like I don't know where I would. I don't have a lot of room to like fit that in, so that might be a shelf queen. Yeah, and then Brick Cross Station. This one was tricky to fit. That was really hard to because like you want to see the front of it, but you want the trains to be able to, the platforms in the back. So I was like, well, what am I going to do with that? And so that's why I put it here on this peninsula that I have for like with the Ninjago stuff because I don't know, I just think it works. That way you get to kind of see it really, and it's such a good piece.
Yeah,
Now,
that's a nice set.
have you gotten any of the Bricklink designer sets?
I have one. I have the Western train.
Nice.
Um, oh well, no, I have two. I lied because I have the camping, the camping, um,
Oh yeah, okay.
oh, the
Hmm.
little camper. That was like the 50 $60 set. I had Tortuga. That was, but there was an
Yeah.
issue with it. So
Oh, no.
yeah,
Really?
there was an issue. Yeah, there was a little bit of an issue with my Lego account. So I ended
Oh.
up not getting emails, and I was getting emails from somebody else, like notifying that, hey, your thing's
Oh,
on its way, but it was somebody else.
that's not cool. Wow. That's really not cool. Yeah.
It was
That's
it's a mistake, but nothing you can do now.
oh. So you
Not
didn't get it. So because of that, you didn't get it?
well, they were trying to send out a link, like a payment link, because
Oh.
um to like because they found one because nothing charged to my card, which was good, that I was
Oh.
using, but I was supposed to get charged. So because of the confusion, nothing went
Mm.
through. Then they tried to send me a payment link, but it wasn't going through because it kept going to somebody else's email instead of mine. So
Okay. Got it. Oh, wow. That's
it's
crazy.
a little bit.
You got my hair still? You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. There we go. Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, those Bricklink sets are really nice. I like what they've I really like it because it's almost like a second chance for sets that would never get made, from
Like
like
Castle.
Lego like Castle. Yeah, exactly. Although to be fair, Lego's been doing like hitting them out of the park with the castle sets. Like the Lion Knights castle that's like one of my favorite sets of probably like the last
It's I got it
like
right there.
5 years.
It's waiting to
Yeah.
be built.
It is a joy to build. You are gonna love it. Like it is seriously, it is so much fun to build. It is just like wow, like really cool. I
Like
loved every part of the build. Yeah, except for the ramp at the front I don't like, but that's easy to fix.
you're not the only one who says that because M keeps messaging me saying, "Did you build it yet?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "No." She's like, "It's the best build."
It
But she is also pure castle. So
she is. Yeah, but no, like it like just from the set building perspective, I enjoyed like almost every minute of that build. It was just such a, and maybe it was the nostalgia of being castle or whatever. It was just so well done and so creative with the way the walls, because it's so angular and the way the stuff comes together. You're just like, oh, like no way, how do they do that? And then it opens like a dollhouse, and then it all folds together, and
mhm.
it's so well thought out. It was like I was just like, wow. And then it was, I mean, how do you follow that up? But the medieval market, is it the medieval market village? Is that what it's called? I
Town
don't know.
square, medieval town
Yeah,
square.
medieval Tatsu one. Yeah. That I mean, that one was good. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as
Well,
the
smaller.
castle.
I heard it was like a lot of smaller builds.
Yeah. So it was, and I have it and I'm glad I do because it goes with it, but it was, yeah, it wasn't quite as good. But that Lionette, you're gonna enjoy that. That
Well,
is
I got
I
both of them because
nice.
I had Lionites on the
Mhm.
last double points before
Okay.
it went out,
Hmm.
uh, and then recently I didn't realize that medieval town square retired.
Oh, yeah, they did
So
retire it very
so I was
yeah.
like, I found that I'm like, oh, let me go to my backup plan. Let me look at my
Mhm.
local Barnes and Nobles, and sure enough,
Nice. You
I
got one?
Barnes and Noble, without a doubt, as long as you go within the first couple of months of a set retiring,
Mhm.
they'll have it still.
Okay. Not many people know that secret. That's actually a good tip. We shouldn't tell everybody. Don't go to Barnes and Noble, people. Yeah, but no, it's true though, because I have lucked out and found like yeah, Barnes and Noble, because no one thinks they have Lego, but they actually have a huge Lego section in store.
They do, and
Like,
even if you're not in store, the online, this
hmm
whatever their warehouse is, will still have those sets like the Harry Potter
true.
icons
This is true. Yeah.
was there, you know.
Yeah. hmm
You just don't get as good of a deal like for sets. Like once in a while you'll have a table where you'll see 25 to 30%, sometimes 50%, which I lucked
hmm
out
hmm
on kind of like play sets like the Avatar play set and then
Yeah.
a Jurassic World one, but
hmm
besides
hmm
that, it's normally 25% off is the most and that's like hit or miss.
Definitely. Yeah.
So
Now, do you find you are able to find? I'm horrible at finding deals. Like I rarely find them, but once in a while I get lucky and I'll get some crazy, 40% off or something.
yeah, I hit a lot of deals. I do because
Nice.
I am in and out of my local Target a lot, and my Target for some reason, if something sits too long or is not a fast mover, I don't know if it goes store by store. They just either clearance it out because I got a whole bunch of train track,
hmm
50% off because they were
Nice.
like you said, like we talked about earlier, they were kind of like getting away from road plates and that. So
Yeah.
I took it.
hmm
Not that I'm gonna use it, but even right now or at that
Oh,
time.
you will. You
So
will. You
I would
will.
have to be like, Mark, do you have any extra train track you want to sell?
Yeah, actually do have a lot of train track. Not straights though. If you ever need curves, I will bring you curve pieces for like I'll just give them to you because I have a bajillion curves, and more curves than I'll ever need in my life. Straight tracks are rare, but I probably have extra straight track too at this point.
I got so many of all the plant plants and road signs uh from the road
Oh yeah,
plates.
from those
Like
set. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm like, wow. But the good thing is if you have those sets and you don't and you're looking for tiles and you can't
hmm
order any tiles, especially Doc Ray, they have a lot.
There is good, yeah, those actually have decent, parts in them, and they're they're reasonably priced, that set too. Like, I've probably bought, I don't know, a lot of them, and it's pretty yeah, it's a good deal. It's a good set to have, for sure.
So for the longest time I was trying to figure out because you know how the lamps come with the glow in the dark 1x2 plate,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Mhm, mhm.
Well, how I build my road, the white lines on the road, right, is using the 1x4s. I'm like, oh, maybe I could just keep getting a lot of these and excuse me, and put it there, and then I'll have all the lines in my city glow in the
Glow?
dark.
Oh, that would be neat, yeah.
I looked at the price of just trying to purchase those off of Bricklink, and I was like, oh,
Oh, forget it.
maybe I'm
Yeah.
gonna maybe I'm gonna rethink this,
Yeah, the glow in the dark is very pricey on, yeah, glow in the dark anything is usually
but
commands a premium, yeah.
it would be cool.
That would be pretty neat. Hmm. Interesting. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Or if it's like the I don't know if you have one building and it's a parking lot and you need a few lines to kind of look cool at night.
Mhm.
Then
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea too. I like that. Yeah. That's cool. Now you said, we were talking earlier, as far as like shows go and stuff. Now you were at Brick World last year, right?
yep, I
And
was
that was your first show?
for a show.
And
Mm,
what did you think? Did you like it?
I did. I loved it. I loved the atmosphere.
Mhm.
I loved getting to engage with everyone, the mock
Mm.
builders. Um, it's just it's unreal. With you don't realize the talent that's
Yeah.
out there for
Yeah.
people that build.
Mhm.
Because when you go in there, you're thinking, oh, I really feel if like the average person who always says, the Lego sets are cool and stuff, but like it's a toy. Like what are we doing, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
If they went to that convention and saw half of these builds, they'd be like, "Wow, you built that out of Lego?" I'm pretty sure you get that too from probably people that you know that aren't really into Lego, but they see what
Oh,
this your
yeah.
city for the first
Mhm.
time or what you're
Mhm.
mocking, and they're like, "You're doing that out of Lego?"
Mhm. Definitely. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that a lot from people where they're just like, "What? Like, that's Lego?" Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty yeah, the talent is pretty amazing, and, it's so, the different mediums, like, you would think it's Lego, right? It's all the same, but
Mhm.
there's so many different, styles and ways you can build a Lego. There's the mosaic builders, there's the city builders, there's the, guys that build the giant airplanes that are, like, realistic. There's so many different genres within that that you think like, "Oh my gosh," it's overwhelming. And Brick World is so unique because it's so big. It's like it's impossible to see everything. I don't know, did you feel that way? Like when you came home, did you I always go and then I see, everyone's posting after the fact, right? And they're
Yep.
it's my feed is full of all this, and I'm like, "Wait, where was that? I didn't see that. Wait, where was that one? I didn't see that. Where was?" And I'm like, "Dang, I feel like I missed like half the show because there's just so much and you can't take it all in."
Got Team Hummel saying hello, friends.
Hey
Hey,
there.
Peter, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I did feel that way. I felt
Mhm.
my biggest mistake that I felt like I made is not taking a photo of the plate. Like when I'm taking these photos and I want to post them, I want to give credit to the builders
Yes.
that are building it, or when
Mhm.
we're talking about it on like a podcast or a show, right?
Mhm.
You want to give them the proper accreditation that they need. And I always like, hey, remember that build that was like the castle and it was like this? Who was
Right.
that? I don't know because I
Yeah,
never took
yeah.
the photo. So,
Mhm.
pro tip, I guess, or
Yep.
my pro tip is when you're there and
Mhm.
you're taking photos, take a photo of the nameplate with the build name and the builder,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
then take your photos. And then the next one you do the same thing. So then that way, when you're going through, you
Yeah.
know who they are
Absolutely.
and who did it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's actually really solid advice. And it is I know in years past there was a lot of controversy about that because there's certain people, certain elements in the community were doing exactly what you were saying. They were just taking pictures, to click, 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 and just reposting it without giving any credit. Just saying, "Oh,
Mhm.
look, here's this Lego build," right? And yeah, it's just I don't know, it's not cool. It's like yeah, it's like someone took they just give them credit. Just
Yep.
tag them. I mean, it's not going to hurt you. Just give credit where it's due because someone spent a lot of time and effort working on that, and it's just the right thing to do. But yeah, it is that's a really good tip. Yeah, and then also it's like pace yourself because it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a long
Yeah.
week, and
It
it's
it
it's
it is.
yeah. Yeah.
It's a long week, and I flew out there on Thursday. So I got
Okay.
there I
Oh,
got
so you
I
yeah.
got there Thursday morning.
Mhm, mhm.
So I had Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I
Nice.
had like the 2 days of not
Yep.
really having the public in there
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
But
the public days are wild with that. Yeah, it's crazy.
it must be cool showcasing because I didn't go there and showcase anything.
Yeah.
Um, you were on
So
the opposite side. So
yeah, so that's actually yeah, so, if so yeah, so if you haven't gone to one of these shows, highly recommend just going, experience it, and that's what I did my first year. So I've been at Brick World for 4 years now. This will be my 5th year coming up in June. And, my first year, I just took it all in. I just went, I didn't show anything. I just walked around. I was in awe. My jaw was on the floor. I was like, "I can't believe this. This is incredible." But I knew right away after that year, I was like, "Dude, I want to display next year. I want to bring
mhm.
something." And even if it's I tell people all the time, like, it's not because people say, like, "Oh, I'm not a good builder. I don't know what to bring. I don't know what to," it's not about that. It's about just, it doesn't matter what you bring. Just create something. And it can be simple. It can be anything. Just bring it and just show it because it's a whole nother experience doing that. Even if it's a tiny little mock that you made. It doesn't matter. Or be a part of a collab if you're in a lug. That's a great way to
Yep.
get involved and just be a part of a bigger, creation. But just seriously consider doing it because it is really amazing and fun sitting on the other side of the table and interacting, with the people that walk up. There's the AFOLs that your friends and your cohorts that you see, and that's
Hmm.
amazing. But then just interacting with the public and you see like especially like with the kids, it's you see them and their eyes are wide and they're just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And you can help like, kind of like inspire them and kind of help them just pass on the love that we all have for the hobby and motivate them to maybe pick it up and do something with it too. It's really
Ba-
cool.
yep. Basically, those shows with the public and the kids going through it, you're basically engaging them with like with the hobby, right? And you're showing
Hmm.
them
Hmm.
that the imagination and the creativity that you can just mold with your hands with these tiny bricks,
Right. Yeah.
kind of bring
Yeah.
it
And
out.
it never goes away, because like we're older and we're still playing with toys and it's okay, because it's a lot of times you get that. I don't know. I got that a lot, like when you're an adult now, you can't, play with toys and this and that. And the world's changed now, I think for the better in that way, where it's kind of cool again to play with toys and do this kind of
Hmm.
stuff. But for a long time, it wasn't. And it was like, oh, and like I hid in my dark ages, before I started posting on, so I was like, this is my like secret hobby that I did in the back room, and it was like I didn't tell anybody. And because it was just you didn't do that. It was
Yep.
weird or it was whatever. But now it's so mainstream. It's awesome. And because of that, like I've made friends all over the world. I have friends that I talk to like daily, like in Germany and like in Sweden and
Right.
like all over the world. And it just brings people together and it's been so nice to do that. Now, question for you. So you've been to Brick World and you
Yep.
said you're gonna go next year, right? Any other shows you're looking at?
I was looking at was it the what's the one in Virginia? Uh,
Brick Fair,
Brick
Virginia.
Fair,
Brick
Brick
Fair.
Fair,
Yep.
Virginia. But
Mhm.
I heard that the location that they previously were doing
Yeah.
isn't the location anymore.
So now from there's two Brick Fair Virginias. I always get them confused. There's one in Chantilly, and then there's another one. And
I think Chantilly, right? Well, that was the bigger
is
one.
that the big one? Yeah, because
That's
one's smaller and one's
yeah,
bigger.
yeah, that was the
Okay.
bigger one. I
So are
think
they? Yeah.
I don't know if they changed anything. I haven't read into it, but
Mm,
that was one I was
okay.
looking at doing.
Okay.
Brick Slopes was another one.
Okay. So I've
Yeah,
been to, yeah, I've been to Brick Slopes. Yeah. So I've been to Brick Slopes, Utah. Now that they have a show in Colorado as well now. That's really
yep.
good. But Brick Slopes, Utah, that's an experience. That's definitely a fun. Cody and
Cody,
Brian put
yeah.
on a great show. Great guys. Really roll out the welcome mat for you with that. I've been to Brick Slopes. That was a really nice, really well done show. Really nice, very friendly. Um, Brick Rodeo is another good one. I went to Brick Rodeo 2 years ago. I didn't wasn't able to go last year, but I'm going again this year. That is a fantastic show. That's in July. And
It's in
this year
Texas, right?
it's in Texas. Yeah, it's in Austin. It's at the end of
Austin.
July this year. That is a really good show. It's a smaller show, but they put on a great they're so friendly and helpful and just good-hearted people, and it's a good experience. Like and that's the thing. They all these shows, they all what I've experienced, they all have different flavor. They all have a different oh, okay, there you go. Fredericksburg's in March, Team Hummel says. Yeah.
Fredericksburg. Okay.
Yeah, Fredericksburg. Yeah, Fredericksburg. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, but they all have different flavor to them, and so it's neat to see how the different, how different people do put on a show and how it kind of all comes together. But at the end of the day, it's all about the bricks and it's all about the love of the brick, and that's what makes it so cool.
It is. And I'm starting to already notice now that the interactions and the friends that you make are lasting. They're like
That so
that
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. You
and I like
yeah.
that. And I like that experience. So,
And that's actually so once I because it's one thing, it's one thing to talk, you talk online, you
mhm.
talk to people, you message them, you do, you comment on posts, whatever. Occasionally you might do like the video thing like this, but once you're with someone in person, there's no substitute for that like face-to-face interaction. Like, and we got to hang out. We got
Yep.
met each other, hang out. It just it strengthens the bond so much seeing these people that you've, talked to online. You see them in person, and yeah, again, I feel that I've made so many friends or strengthened so many friendships
Mhm.
seeing these people in person. And now, I look forward to seeing these. Like now I have like a whole list of people every year at Brick World where I'm like messaging them like in the months leading up, you're
Are
gonna
you
be there, right? You're
going?
gonna be there. And it's like, and then it's like, and I got my list of all my people, and I'm like, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna go do this, we're gonna do that. And it's like I look forward to it because it just like nourishes my soul when I'm like with all these people. It's such an incredible experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And it's a whole other dimension from just doing it again, just from doing it like, at home. Like when you build a set at home, and that, we've talked, it's like therapeutic. It's how we,
yep.
we de-stress, you unwind doing that. And that's all true. But once you like go public with it and like, go to these events and stuff, it just, to me, it just took it to a whole nother level of passion and excitement for the hobby. It was really cool.
Yeah, I would agree with everything with the whole, like, talking online and then
Hmm.
meeting in person and then
Hmm.
interacting kinda solidifies kinda that all those interactions.
Yeah.
And then now it takes it a step further. Now a different interaction that you have with connecting online again to keep in touch,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
It it
Yeah.
it it's
Hmm.
it's it's a lot different now after you've
Right.
already met, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's completely different. Yeah, because you're more comfortable, I think, in a lot of ways.
mhm,
Because like, oh yeah, I know you. I shook your hand. It's like I've given you a hug. I know you. Like
mhm,
we talked, we hung out. We went and got dinner, whatever. It makes it so much more real, and it's probably my favorite aside from the bricks, which we all love. It's probably my favorite part of this whole hobby is just the community and engaging with people. And I'm always out there. I'm always, trying to, just talk to people and just like, make people just like comment on their stuff or just interact with them or just try to, just make friends and just talk to people because, we just need that. We need that interaction. And it's just such a good feeling to do that.
right. It does, and but it also, I think the cool thing about it is it sparks ideas.
Yeah.
Like, I know we've all probably rolled down the whole, Brixie, all these other creators out there that do cities building or like
Hmm.
Lego Star Wars collectors, and they get you into it. You see what they're building or what they're doing, but then you go look at it and try to do it on your own. Okay.
Hmm.
It's actually better once you start interacting with other AFOLs and getting these connections because, hey, let me call Mark kinda, or touch base with Mark like I did. I was like, "Hey, what do you do for this?" And
Right.
then you
Hmm.
you walk me through it, and you have those connections now, and you have the help, and people are very
Yeah.
friendly with that,
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
So
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, like I will, I just reach out to people now and I just message them and I'll just, I'll be like, hey, can you send me more pictures of, this or whatever it is
mhm.
that I'm like stuck on to get ideas and stuff. And 9 times out of 10, they're like, "Oh yeah, sure." Like, "What? You want pictures for my stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like copying you, dude. Your stuff's great. And they're like, "What?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, this is awesome. Like this is
I was just gonna say, wait, Mark, it's normally the other way around, right?
no,
Yeah.
no. I mean, it's some of the stuff. Yeah, I mean, but that's the whole point is the sharing of the ideas. That's to me, that's what it's all about. It's what it's always been about is that sharing and just kind of building off each other's ideas and stuff. And, some people are guarded with that. Some people are like, oh, well, this is my like thing or whatever. And I'm like, whatever, it's cool. I'm flattered when people are like, like like one of the first things I did when I raised my city was these, like they're my retaining walls, right? Like this was my,
Yep.
and this is like my like one of my like signature things that like everybody knows me for. Whenever they meet me, like they're like, "Oh yeah, you're the guy with the walls," or and now it's like the mountains kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah. And like pretty much I look around now and I see so many cities. How many different ways can you build a wall? Let's be honest, right? It's like pretty big. But like I see it and people are like, "Oh yeah, that's like your idea," or they're like, "Oh, or I hope you don't get mad." I'm like, "Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Like it's cool." And I like your spin on it. You like took it and you made it, different or whatever. It's cool. again, that's what the whole, community is about, is just sharing and coming together and all that stuff.
I will say though, I didn't know where you were displaying in Brickworld. I
Yeah.
was looking for you, but I
Yeah.
was walking around and I saw this mountain, right? And I
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like and I was like, "Oh, this has gotta be Mar." I looked and it was like, "Nope." I was like, "Wow, this looks strangely exactly."
Was it the giant one that went all the
Ye
way down to the floor?
yes.
Yeah, so that was a collab. I knew them. Yeah, I knew them, and yeah, they
I was
did
like,
an amazing
it
job.
looked like the same kind of
Yeah,
styling as
yeah.
your signature mountains.
That's funny, yeah. And that's actually the other interesting thing about the shows is, because like, especially so me being I'm on the West Coast, and so there's like
Mhm.
nothing out here, right? We're kind of in a drought. Hopefully, we're gonna get some shows out here soon, but I gotta fly everywhere. And so for me, it's like I'm limited in how I can build and what I can bring. So I bring stuff that I can fly with, basically. So everything I bring,
Yeah.
it's packs down in the suitcase.
So that's why you go with more of the
Uh,
building,
yeah.
facades and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because I like doing that. I enjoy it. The facades is another thing that I started in my city, and then I was like, "Oh, it'd be cool to like just do that, right?" Because it kind of showcases what I do. This year's mock is going to actually be a combination. It's a facade and it's my walls, so I get a little bit of both there. I was wanting to do a mountain and bring that, and actually, my newest mountain that I built for the city is actually modular. So it's actually can be taken apart in chunks and in theory shipped. What I'm worried about though is like the trees and stuff making it, which is why again, so when I go, I always go a little bit earlier. So I'll go a day or two before the conference starts just in case. And I've had instances
Mhm.
where like this stuff is, like my facade that I brought last year, I had like a whole floor was basically obliterated and I had to fix it. And it happens, but it's Lego, so you can fix it.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'll do that kind of stuff. And yeah, but it's interesting though. It's definitely interesting.
Well, hey Frank, Accio Bricks,
Hey,
welcome in. He I'm gonna just shout out Frank right here. He is actually attempting. I won't say what it is, but he is working on his own mock. He got inspired by Brickworld.
nice.
I believe he is working on one for Virginia, for the show in Virginia. So,
Excellent. That's cool. Can't wait to see what it is.
yep. I'm assuming it's Harry Potter, but I don't know.
Nice.
He keeps it under wraps.
That's
So,
cool. That's very cool. Yeah. Yeah. So are you gonna try to bring something to display next year?
I don't have the time right now,
Okay.
with everything going on, with my personal side of life. So
Yep.
I'm barely able to make it through some of my backlog. So
That's fair. Okay.
I am planning on coming up with an idea to start working towards it. I don't know if it definitely will be the following year, but I
Okay.
would like to have the experience of displaying because I do believe that having that kind of, I don't know, experience would be like
Yeah.
really
Definitely.
nice
Yeah.
to have.
Okay. That's
So
fair. Okay. That's cool.
definitely Harry Potter. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Nice. Harry Potter. Excellent. Yeah, I love the Harry Potter.
Which show is that one that you're going to, Frank? If you don't mind me asking, I know Mark was saying there was two. Peter confirmed there was one in Fredericksburg. So,
Yeah, Harry
oh,
Potter
okay,
display collab. That's cool.
okay. I will help with doing a display collab. I will bring all the
There you
figure. I'll bring all the figures.
You could do some with a terrain. I mean,
There
there's
you go.
different aspects to it. There's different
I
things you
gotta,
can do.
Mark. I have a ton of ideas in my head, and if you
Yeah.
saw my notepad on my computer with the
Uh-huh.
ideas I've had for the city dimensions and all
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
uh, I just don't know how to have the time to bring it or calculate like what kind of parts I'm gonna need because that's the other thing to figure out. It's like you have a concept in your mind
Mhm.
of how you want to build something, but then you're like, you need a decent amount of parts at first to kind of play around.
You
They don't
do.
have to be the same color because you
Yeah.
can always order any color you want, but you need, oh, I need this many slopes for that. Let me see what it looks like. Oh, this works.
Mhm.
Okay. to make
Yeah.
this, now I need to order this, 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 and this. I
Now, yeah.
can't.
Do you order on Bricklink? Do you order on Bricklink like ever or often or
Not as
occasionally?
often as I probably should, but I have done a few orders already,
Okay. So a trick,
especially
yeah, go ahead.
well, especially when I needed a couple more tiles, and I think that was the
Okay.
time that Lego was having a tough time getting those dark grayish
Oh
blue
yeah.
tiles.
Okay. Okay.
So,
So here's just a something to think about. So whenever you're on Bricklink or even Bricks and Pieces with Lego, but especially with Bricklink, if you're in a Bricklink store and you're getting whatever you got in your shopping cart, I always go through the store after I've got the stuff I need,
mhm.
and I look for common, like, bricks, slopes, like the stuff you just said, plates, things like that, and a lot of times you'll find, especially in the off colors that aren't as popular, you'll find them very cheap, and just throw in some, a few slopes here, a few bricks there, a few plates here, and just start building up your raw bulk, like
Yeah.
part collection. It's an easy way to, because it's a few dollars more. You're already paying the shipping for the order, and they're already putting it in a medium UPS box or whatever it is. It's not going to cost any more to ship, and so if you can, an extra $5 in parts, it starts to add up, and you'll start to accumulate a really nice. Assortment. Also, if you're good, like Facebook Marketplace is fantastic to find used brick that, like, kids that grow out of it and their parents are just trying to dump it or whatever, you can
Yep.
find some pretty good deals there as well.
I
But
got a couple because I saw a
mhm,
few, like, Star Wars sets that were
yep,
in the mix.
hmm, yeah,
However, when you get a bin that's full of assorted Lego and stuff, there is a
oh,
chance that
yeah,
you're gonna get hair and
ah,
stickiness and all this other stuff.
old
So,
Doritos and
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that's true.
sometimes not in, like, the fake brick because
Yeah,
my son's gotten it because um, my father-in-law used to go to, like, the Family Dollar and stuff that and find, like, the cheap
yeah,
knockoff kinda Legos, but buy a bunch
yeah,
of them.
yeah,
Then he
yeah.
mixes it in with his Lego.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, "This
That's
doesn't
true.
belong
Yeah.
here."
Sometimes you gotta be careful with it. But yeah, but over time, you'll start, because I started out really small and I didn't have, and I'd buy, like, sometimes those creator boxes are good too. They have those creator
Yep,
with they had one. It just got discontinued about 6 months ago, but it was called, like, just bricks, and it was the best box ever. It was like 1,000 pieces. It was like $60, but you could find them on sale for as cheap as 40, like, often. And it was just 2x4 bricks, 2x2 bricks, 2x6s. It was just bricks, and they can't. The colors weren't ideal, but it was. I got so many of these, and then I just got, like, they had, like, yellow and, like, purple and stuff, and these are so good for structural work and things, and it was just such an economical way to get bricks like that. So those creator boxes can be pretty good, and those are always on sale. You can always
yeah.
find good deals on that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
that's why sometimes I'll even pick up sets,
Hmm.
that are like the Avatar or the Lego because 'cause they'll probably have unique
Hmm.
pieces and stuff, and
Yeah,
if I'm not gonna use them, I get them for a good price, then maybe I'll part them out. So, uh,
definitely.
Frank, I've been
Yeah,
trying to be more organized with my Bricklink parts order. Shipping can add up significantly.
absolutely. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the shipping can be an issue. That's why you can, so if you use the part list part of it or the want list part, you can, which I use that because there's certain stuff I know I need to get, and then I'll do a want list, and then you can specify, like, as few sellers as possible. And so that way you're not, you don't have, like, 42 different stores you're buying from, because yeah, the shipping is brutal.
yeah.
It averages, $7 to $12 a pop depending on what you're buying, and it
So
adds up so fast.
I was a rookie with Bricklink with ordering
Yeah.
my first
Uh-huh.
time, and I was like, "Oh, cool. They have this part, they have this part, they have this part. Let me order." I did the
Ah,
order, and no, you gotta do it hit the minimum. I'm like, "What's the minimum to order?"
yeah.
And I was like, "Ugh," and the parts that I was looking for were more expensive everywhere else, but they were cheaper with him.
Right.
So, I just went to his store and then started selecting whatever parts I could that I thought that I might use
Yeah. That's
to
good
kind
too. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize that because I'm thinking you could get from this seller, you can get from this seller and all shit, but it's not like that.
It's like
So
Amazon, and it's all yeah. They're the Amazon's like picking the order for you and like
yeah,
putting it. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
but
know.
it's not like that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's cool though. Very cool.
lesson
Yeah.
learned.
Yeah, this is good. I built like 20 trees while we've been sitting here.
Yeah.
So I've been working on these. Yeah, I've been
Oh
doing
yeah,
these
those
like,
trees
yeah, I love
with
this
the
new,
fern pieces.
yeah, the
Yeah, they're
upside
so
down
nice.
fern. These are gold, and I have not, they had these on the wall at Brick World Chicago at the Lego store. I was never there when they had it on the wall, so I kept missing it. But luckily, I've got some pretty good friends that have been hooking me up with the ferns and keeping me in a steady supply. But these, like you can see how many. I mean, it uses so many
But
fern pieces, like one
you're
tree.
only using the dark fern color
I am.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I am. I don't care for the. I have some of the lighter. I'll probably. I've done a few like that, but I don't know. I'm in a dark fern phase, I guess, with my plants.
Well, I thought you might
I
alternate like a little bit between the light and the dark.
Yeah, I'm still experimenting with that. I have in the past, and it kind of it's almost a little too jarring for me for my brain. So I will do like white ferns on top for snow that I've done for like the higher levels and stuff.
I have not
But
seen those. I've not seen those on
oh,
my pad wall,
the
I
white
should say.
ones,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, the
Gotcha.
white ones were kind of rare. You can order them though from Bricks and Pieces readily now. They're available,
So
and
it's like
luckily you don't need a lot of them. You know.
no, no. And it's like I feel like I'm always going in to the pad wall seasonally, like meaning
Hmm.
like during Halloween or during Christmas, because
Oh,
you tend to get a lot of the colors for those holidays stocked
yeah.
more, you
Yeah,
know.
they do
So
that. Yes. Yeah, it can be very hit and miss. It seems like they've been getting better though lately. Like my local Lego stores had some pretty good part selections lately. They had those bushes, those they're like my gosh, I have a box of them here. Here, these shrubs.
the
You know, I got a
shrubs.
box of them. These brown shrubs like
Oh yeah, yeah,
this.
yep, yep.
Yeah, they had these on the wall, so I got a box of those because those are like, I don't know, they're like $2 or something on Bricks and Pieces. It's like
So
wild.
I got a bin off a marketplace that had a bunch of those, but
Nice.
those
Yeah.
can trap hair.
Yeah, they can.
So
Yeah, those
like
yeah, those are
or
bad.
any kind of
Yeah.
particles and so we gotta wash them out. So
Yeah, you gotta wash them really carefully. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm a sucker for plant pieces. If there's ever plant pieces on the wall, even if I already have a ton of them, I get a ton more. Because well, when you start tree building, that parts go fast. Like they're gone. It's wild how quick everything goes. Yeah.
it is wild. It's just wild how it shifts or how certain pab on at certain stores are different,
Mhm.
right?
Yes. Well, so I actually we actually did a brick tour. It was actually really fun. We hit up like six local Lego stores. This was several years ago. And we got to talk to one of the person who did the parts ordering at one of the stores, and she kind of gave me a lot of insight into how that works. And I guess from my understanding now, this could be different, but it's kind of regional, and Lego will send out lists of like, here's all that we have available, but they only, they have so many boxes of this and so many boxes of that. And then the stores put in their requests for like, oh, well, we want, this one, we want this part and that part and that part. And if it's something they know is popular, like the fern pieces, they only have 8 boxes to go to, 20 stores, then it kind of like there's like
Certain
VIP, like,
priority, yeah, priority
yeah, like
stores.
like
Yeah.
the Disney
Like the
downtown Disney store is like a priority store, so they get whatever they want, kind of thing. And if they want all 8 boxes, they get all 8 boxes,
I
kind of
know.
thing. It's just kind of
I
messed
love
up.
going
Yeah.
there. So that
Hmm.
you're there for Disney, but at the same
Hmm.
time, I found
Yeah.
myself packing pab. It's like
Yeah.
why are you
Yeah.
bringing two suitcases? Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
yeah, you can fill it up. Absolutely. Yeah, and ironically, my Disney store has never had anything good when I've been there. It's always been like
Oh, that's the one
terrible.
Anaheim, right?
Yeah, in Anaheim, it's
Yeah.
been terrible, like horrible parts. And I have better luck at the smaller, like local stores. It's really kind of weird, but yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, nothing's like the Disney World store. I could tell you that.
That I have to go to. That one I need to get out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's nice.
yeah, and I do like how again, if you go to Brick World. So those stores, because the convention's in town, they actually have tables set up with additional parts that they get. So they will
I
like order
noticed that,
even
yeah.
more. Yeah, and
Yep.
they get some really good parts, like masonry bricks. They get tons of masonry and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yep, which, I think Frank was with me, and
Mhm.
he was packing his pad box, and it kinda, like, just threw my OCD off because he was just hand yeah, I'm like, you need to pack it right so you can get the most for your buck. You just don't throw it in there."
So I'm
I dumped it out, and I said, "Go pick out your parts," and I started putting them together. I was like, "We'll teamwork. We'll team build
well,
this."
I'm bringing you with me then when because I'm a dumper. I don't have the patience to sit there and stack unless it's like some like big piece or rare or like 2x4 bricks. I'll stack,
Yep.
but otherwise I'm just throwing them in there. I'm
Well,
just like,
so the
just
masonry, I got a
yeah,
lot. I got tons of those because I've
yeah,
mastered packing them. I sit
yeah.
there and I pack them all. I think I
Nice.
counted like 660 something pieces I fit in the large
That's
box.
good.
Right?
Very
And
good.
you gotta figure out they're like, what, 40 cents a piece?
Yeah.
Maybe even
Some
sometimes
of the
50.
colors, yeah. So I mean, it's a
Um,
good, yeah,
that's a good savings. So you average just 600 times that. It was like, almost like $100, right? So,
yeah, yeah. It's a good, yeah. You can definitely get good value with that pick a brick wall if you hit it right.
mhm.
There's yeah, definitely some good stuff you can do. Yeah,
Does your store
cool.
have a hidden drawer that they put all their, like, when they get low? So my store
No,
has a
oh,
drawer,
like the remnants?
like the remnants. Yeah, they put it in a
Yeah.
drawer that
Oh,
normally
wow.
mine they hang the base plates. So it's
Interesting.
right
Huh.
above where you grab the boxes.
Huh.
If you pull it, they'll have still the plastic cups, and they'll be filled with whatever
No.
remnants of the
Oh, wow. I
yeah.
don't know. I just know my store, my local store has just like the bin of randomness where they just throw all the crap in. So it's just one of the, on the wall, one of
Yeah.
and they just have all the like random bits are in
No,
there.
they separate it into, the
Interesting.
little plastic cups. Obviously, they don't sell or give away the plastic cups, but
Right.
that's what they're using
Huh.
for in there.
Huh.
So I found, like, a whole thing of, um,
I'll have to inquire about
fence piecing. I'm
that.
like,
Yeah,
"It's good."
that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, no, this is all good. This is yeah, really good.
Yeah, I know. This is obviously we're coming up, we're past the hour, but that's fine. Um, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, this has
I've
been a great
improved.
time. I appreciate it. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
No, I like it. Hopefully you can come on again. It'll probably be
Yeah,
a lot different of a talk.
yeah,
So and,
definitely. Yeah.
and if you want to let everybody know where they can find you or follow you at, now's your time to.
Oh, yeah, sure. So you can find me at Mr. Bookie Boo. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, pretty much anywhere. You can look around and find me. So yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me. We'll do
No,
this again soon.
yeah, thank you for coming on, and till the next time on AFOL Hour. See ya.
Awesome. All right, take care. Bye.
Bye.